And this is the conference for law firms, for lawyers from all the world, organized by International Lawyers Community for Legal. It's the community where you can find best events related to legal business and matter. And we make the right connections happen. What do we do as the community? We facilitate collaboration between lawyers from all the world. Whatever you are looking for, the partner or a company to elevate your ideas, or you need the experience from the best lawyers from USA to China, you will find the correct person in our community. And we are making the events. We bring together lawyers from the respective jurisdictions for exciting conference events, for webinars, for online and offline educational programs. We are building legal connections between all countries to expand your professional contacts. And we are looking for solicitor and law firms who is ready to share their experience with other members of law community.
How clients' demands and requests changed in different jurisdictions?
Yes, so from where we sit, we're a commercial law firm, have offices in London and Manchester, so London and the northwest of England and Liverpool too. And we tend to service mostly sort of SME type businesses. So we've seen the real effect of coronavirus amongst our clients. In terms of service lines, certainly the property sector has slowed dramatically, both on the domestic buying of houses and some commercial property work. Very much a nervousness around valuation and also banks trying to figure out what their lending criteria will be in the new world. And really everyone's speculating about that at the moment, but nobody's really sure as to, certainly to bits of the business that we've seen affected adversely by the coronavirus. Being full service, however, litigation and contentious issues is up, insolvency up, wills and probate, administering the estates is up, family disputes is up, a lot of complex custody, cross-border issues is up. And so, we're seeing quite a lot of activity in those areas, and across the piece, we feel we should be able to smooth out the bits that have dropped down. It is a worrying time for those people, particularly in law firms who may be focused in those sectors, may be struggling in terms of active work and completion. So that's a snapshot of the service lines and how we're doing things at the moment.
Thank you. Ronald, how is it in Switzerland?
So as Switzerland is also very commercially focused, and also we are a business law firm, it's a bit similar as Graham just stated. I mean, at the beginning, there was a huge demand for employment law matters, but also tenancy matters, and of course, litigation. What we see now that the requests for employment law got down, and it's going more now in a direction of bankruptcy law and litigation. The arbitration department was quite stable. For the transaction department, M&A, but also especially financial market law transaction, there we had a strong impact. So we got down nearly to zero for a certain moment. Now we see again that it starts moving. So what we did as a law firm, similar as a contribution to the people, we created an online forum where we answered on a pro bono basis different questions of people, because especially at the beginning, when all these ordinances have been passed by the Federal Council, there were a lot of questions about how it applies to an individual employment contract, what it means for an employer, what it means for small businesses. And based on this, then we try to give some free legal advice to help the people to get out of the situation. And it was quite successful. So we had every day at least 10 to 20, sometimes 100 new people that registered in the forum that asked questions. and they also provided us with a very positive feedback on social media. And we hope now that this will also have an impact then and creates like a bond between new clients or existing clients, that they appreciate our pro bono efforts for the future, and that we can create new relationships.
Thank you. Is whether your firm and firms of our colleagues implemented any new fee structures or new fee arrangements with the clients?
In our current situation, now we are dealing with the client's money problems. It's basically must tell that we are dealing with the client's money problems with not pro bono, but mostly we are doing it with decreasing fee numbers. Like if we will get 1,000, we are now demanding nearly nothing, but it will still enough to pay our employees checks, and it's still enough to pay our rent. Now you can say this nearly the same to pro bono, but we are still demanding something just enough to our firm breathe, but nothing more, because we have to understand their situation, but we have to steal our employees and our current situation. So we are demanding very little monies from them, and with that we are dealing with our problems.
Sure. Oh, I think that what I said is pretty much what is happening with our firm now. We are discussing these. We have two main discussions. Fortunately, there are no clients that have decided to stop asking us to render services to them. But we have two types of requests. One is the extension of the term for paying the fees, and the second one is discount. In both cases, we analyze each request and we try to be balanced, giving something to the client, but also trying to get something in exchange, since this is something that we are all facing together. And if the client wants to really build a partnership with us and really have a balanced relationship with us, in most of the cases, we are being able to have this sort of fair conversation and trying to get something. If could be a cash flow certainty, for instance. I give you the discount while you pay me in the specific date for me to have a more certainty in my cash flow. This is something that would be a possibility that we are discussing with our clients. Another discussion is cash flow certainty, and together with increasing the volume of the work that client specifically is asking us to provide. So basically, these are the main subjects of the discussions in the fee arrangement with our clients.
So what do you think? What is your impression? Would you, after lockdown is over, or if you don't have a lockdown, or the situation is over, do you believe you will continue working in this, the same, or you will have some changes with regards to type of work? I mean, remotely, in office, and so on.
Surely some important things will change, but frankly, we didn't discover the United States, but we also adapted to the technology, such as web conference or working from the house and etc. I think the new normal will affect our service approach in the next 6 months. For example, our clients will request many legal opinion from us for their business, for their economies, for their economic situations, and about employment and also tax issues. I can't say that there will be any legal service that we haven't seen before, but surely we will adapt as the new normal life on the legal system.
Actually, we have two questions to choose. My first question is whether you started using any new marketing tools or maybe old marketing tools to attract new clients. This is one question. And another question, what do you think what will be the future of the legal market in your jurisdiction as a whole?
I think that's a no.
Okay, so
Can you hear me?
yes,
Yes.
yes, we can hear you.
So I was going to say we're using basically digital marketing tools. I think LinkedIn has become a strong mechanism to do, or a strong tool for everybody to do marketing. However, after a month or after even 2 weeks after the coronavirus spread in Colombia, we saw a full. We saw several law firms doing same things in digital marketing using LinkedIn, and we thought that it was too much for our clients, so we decided to use a different approach, and it was just to create legal briefs for our clients and to send them over through emails. And that has been very useful for us. We got a very nice or very good reaction from our clients, and we didn't want to, we wanted to differentiate ourselves from the rest of law firms in our field that were trying to, to just comment as many things as possible related to the coronavirus. So we just tried to be very specific and create a couple of legal briefs related to our practice or to the businesses of our clients, and to spread them over through emails, and that was it.
So the major thing is that the lockdown currently is going to become easier. So people are sort of getting out of lockdown and businesses, but there is also huge unemployment now. And also among lawyers, I think this is what we will face now, because there are a lot of reductions of salaries in law firms. A lot of lawyers are now laid off. So, and here we see some news that even some big names like Baker McKinsey are reducing salaries for non-partner attorneys. I know it by speaking with my the partners whom I know in some major international law firms here in Russia, that life is not easy for us. So, and it's really about the survival, and it's about how I would say that this crisis is a sort of a black box. So you get in this black box, and then what happens in the black box determines whether you will be in business and how successful your business will be after the crisis is over. So it's about what happens there during the crisis that will enable you to get out of this crisis either stronger or weaker than you were. Okay, so how it was before and where it all going. Okay, so I think the major takeaway for us is that basically the first lesson from the past is that no matter how bad it is, it will get better. So because even the worst crisis so far that we had of 2009, even after that, the economies went up, and actually went up quickly. So, and no matter how scary it is, it's going to be better, because it always becomes better.